Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling something that, let's be honest, can feel pretty overwhelming, especially if you're in the thick of studying. We're diving into EASA flight crew licensing and medical requirements. And if you're prepping for your ATPL theory exams right now, well, this one's specifically for you, our mission today. We're taking those dense regulations, the official sources, and pulling out the absolute must-know details. Think of it as focusing the beam, highlighting those key facts and figures you need to nail those exam questions. It's about getting you properly informed, fast.
And it's so important to remember, this isn't just about passing exams, so that's obviously key right now. Understanding these rules is fundamental to safety. They might seem a bit dry, these regulations, but honestly, they form the bedrock of how we fly safely. They define competency, they define responsibility. It really shapes your whole career.
Okay, so let's start unpacking this. Where do these rules actually come from? We hear about ICAO Annex 1.
Right. So ICAO Annex 1, that's like the global master plan, the minimum standards that all member states agree on. But crucially, ICAO doesn't issue licenses itself. There's no ICAO license you can hold.
Ah, okay. So it's the standard.
Exactly. And then you have EASA Part FCL for flight crew licensing and Part MA for medical here in Europe. These are the detailed rules that follow that ICAO blueprint, ensuring everything works smoothly across EASA member states.
So the license you get from, say, Germany or France conforms to Annex 1 via EASA rules.
Precisely. And that leads to international recognition. Your EASA license is based on those Annex 1 standards.
What about validating a license from outside EASA if you bring, say, an FAA license over?
You can get it validated, yes. But here's a really key point for exams.
Yeah.
The validation won't last longer than the original license's validity.
Oh, right. So if your original license had 2 years left, the EASA validation is only good for those 2 years.
Exactly that. You can't use validation to kind of, extend the life of your original license. The original expiry date still holds.
That's a critical detail. Okay, to really get into this, we need to be sure we're all on the same page with the language. There's a lot of specific terminology.
Absolutely. Let's run through some key ones. Cross-country.
Right. That's a flight between 2 points using a pre-planned route and standard navigation, not just circuits.
Perfect. Flight time.
That's blocks off to blocks on, essentially, from when the aircraft first moves under its own power for takeoff until it finally stops after landing.
Got it. Night.
Usually defined by civil twilight times, end of evening to beginning of morning, or whatever the local authority says.
Good. PACE. Pilot in command. The boss, basically. Responsible for everything.
MPICUS.
Pilot in command under supervision. So you're acting as PIC, doing the duties.
Yeah.
But the actual PIC is supervising you. Very useful for building command experience.
Okay. And simulators, FSTD, FFS, FNPT gets confusing.
Yeah. FSTD is the general term flight simulator training device.
Right.
And FFS, full flight simulator, is the big one. The full cockpit replica with motion and visuals.
The really immersive ones.
Exactly. And FNPT, flight and navigation procedures trainer, is more focused on the procedures, instrument panel, less on the full motion or outside view. Think like a high-fidelity cockpit mock-up.
Got it. Okay, let's talk exams. The theory exams themselves. What are the ground rules?
Right. Crucial stuff here. First, you have to pass all the exams for a particular license under the authority of one single EASA member state. You can't mix and match papers for different countries.
Makes sense. And you need a recommendation.
Yes. From your approved training organization, your ATO, after you've done the course, that recommendation is valid for 12 months.
And you have to start within that time.
You have to attempt at least one paper within those 12 months, yes. Keeps things moving.
Pass mark.
75% for every paper. And importantly, no negative marking. Just get 75% or more. Right.
Okay. And the time frame to pass all of them.
You have 18 months to pass all the papers for that license rating. That 18 months starts from the end of the calendar month of your first exam attempt.
Right, 18 months. That seems tight.
It focuses the mind. And there's a limit on attempts, too. If you fail one paper 4 times, or if you fail to pass...
All right. Many thanks for listening to this free part of the ATPL Theory podcast. If you want to continue learning and access the full comprehensive guide, go to my Patreon at patreon.com/ATPLtheory or my Hero at herohero.co/ATPL. That is patreon.com/ATPLtheory or herohero.co/ATPL. Wishing you all the best.